Good morning, everyone, and happy almost 2021. I cannot wait for this train wreck of a year to be over. I think, like everyone else, it has just been so surreal and weird. Anyway, I did enjoy and discover a lot of new makeup this year that I wanted to share. So this is my 2020 beauty favorites, including makeup and skincare. So let's just jump straight into it. We are starting off with my favorite thing, eyeshadow. I tried more eyeshadow this year and more makeup in general than I have any other year, and I have quite a few new favorites. Let's start off with this dream, the Nabla Dreamy 2 eyeshadow palette. I love the cardboard packaging, it is so beautiful, and the color story. It's beautiful because it's a nice mix of neutrals and colorful shades. This is particularly a purple and like gold palette. I love the different formulas and textures in here. You have these beautiful creamy blendable mattes mixed with these like super emollient creamy shimmers. Nabla's formula has become one of my favorite, like top 3 eyeshadow formulas. Now, what is my number 1 eyeshadow formula, you may ask? That would be Kaleidos. I tried 2 of their colorful mini palettes, and these are some of my favorites. So Kaleidos is an independent, smaller makeup brand. This is their Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise palette, and this is their Futurism 4 VR Neons palette. They also have a couple larger palettes as well and some other stuff, but their eyeshadows really wow me. So what's great about these is that the mattes are pigmented but not too pigmented and super blendable without having like a crazy amount of fallout, and the shimmers pack a real punch. I don't think I have any other metallics or shimmers that look as punchy and vibrant and beautiful on the eye. I mean, they just reflect and glow so beautifully. This has got to be my number 1 favorite eyeshadow formula ever. Speaking of colorful palettes, I tried out finally the ABH Riviera eyeshadow palette this year. I know this had a lot of mixed opinions when it first came out, but I really enjoy it. ABH has one of my favorite formulas as well. I would probably say my top 3 would be Kaleidos, Nabla, and Anastasia. I don't have any complaints about this. I know some people thought that Bahamas and Cans, this bright neon pink and purple, which are pressed pigments, weren't very blendable. I disagree. I haven't had any trouble blending them out at all. So this is fantastic, and I do really recommend it if you are getting into colorful eyeshadow. And last but not least would be the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes eyeshadow palette. Obviously, this packaging is stunning, and this is another one that received some mixed reviews, but I personally really recommend it. It's hard to find these really like gorgeous creamy dimensional shimmers on the high street. Usually you have to go to like indie brands like Kaleidos to find something like that, and I like that you can get these really gorgeous, colorful, very shimmery shades from a really accessible brand like Urban Decay, and personally I really like them. I don't think it's a perfect palette. I do wish that maybe they had just gone all shimmers because these mattes work fine, but they're not what I reach into the palette for. I go just for the shimmers. Let's talk about my next favorite thing, blush. First up, we have our cream or liquid blushes, which are my favorite. I will link my like best cream blush video somewhere for you to go watch. I have to start off with my number 1 absolute favorite, and that is the Honest Beauty Cream Blush in the shade Rose Pink. This, for me, is the perfect cream formula. It stays on the cheeks well, but it has this gorgeous natural skin-like finish, and it's pigmented, but not too pigmented. You can still build it up to a really natural flush. I particularly like rose pink because it's fairly natural on my skin tone. It's actually what I'm wearing today, and I have hit pan on this. Obviously, it's just incredible. Will be repurchasing this when I run out. Next, we have a less talked about blush formula. That would be the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Blushes. This is the shade Between the Sheets, which I really like. It's actually similar to the Honest Beauty in color, but it is a very different formula and finish. It's a little more matte. These are fantastic, not just for the price. Like, I would pay way more for this because it's that incredible. I've also hit pan on this one and used up another one entirely. This is a putty, almost like clay-like formula that goes on the skin just so easily. I mean, it's basically effortless to just tap on with a brush or a sponge, even your finger. Last but not least is the Flower Beauty Blush Bombs. This is a fantastic liquid blush, often compared to the Glossier one, which I also love, but that wasn't a new thing I've tried this year. I do love the Glossier Cloud Paints, but I've used them for years. This is way cheaper. They are slightly different formulas. I would say this has more of a satin texture and finish to it compared to the Cloud Paint. This one is the shade Bubbly, which I particularly recommend for my pale skin people out there because it is this gorgeous, like pale, cool toned, almost violet-y pink, and it's so unique, so beautiful. I don't often find shades like this, and I think if you have like a cool toned, pink toned skin like I do, this will look really, really good on you. Starting off with a more high-end one, the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo. I have this in Pink Dahlia, and I love this because it is a duo. You have a matte finish and a gorgeous shimmery luminescent finish of the same shade, which can create this really dimensional, gorgeous look on the cheeks. I don't think it's a revolutionary formula, but it's really, really easy to work with. Now we have a cheaper drugstore one. This is ColourPop's powder blush in the shade Night Bloom. This was from their like succulent spring florally collection that came out this summer, and I specifically recommend this shade because it is absolutely insane. I got this purely because of the color. It's this gorgeous, like, cool toned lilac. Don't worry, it doesn't show up as like straight purple on your cheeks. It does have that lilac-y pink tone, so it's still, you know, wearable. I'm not like overwhelmed by the pressed powder formula from ColourPop. I think it's fine. It's comparable to higher end formulas, but this shade in particular is just so unique, and especially for the price, I can't recommend it more. I think it's time to talk about highlighters. Starting off with Cream and Liquid, which are both from Glossier. I think they do the best cream and liquid highlighting products, truly. The first here is their Haloscope Highlighting Stick, which is a cream. I have mine in Quartz, and it's sort of just got like a bit of a pink undertone. This is your perfect everyday natural highlighter. This gives you that glow from within, candlelit look. Next is their Night Shine Highlighter Concentrate. I think this is insane. If you want a more like metallic, amped up highlighter, this is it. I have mine in the shade Pale Pearl, which is almost sort of like a rosy gold undertone. This is high shine. That is true, and I love that. But because it is a liquid, it blends seamlessly into your skin and doesn't look just like a stripe of powder. It's also got a really, really nice slippy texture, but it stays on the cheeks really well. I'm wearing it today. I would choose this and the Haloscope highlighter. If I could only have 2 highlighters in my collection, it would be these 2. As for powder highlighters, we have a drugstore and a high-end. The high-end is the Kaleidos Ray Writer highlighter, which is just so cute. I love this. It's their more natural champagne tone, and it is a bit more of a metallic, but because of the tone, it's still pretty natural on the cheeks. I wear this every day and I think that it wears really well. I would recommend this for everyone, especially paler skin tones. It does work well on me and doesn't leave a dark cast at all. Here we have this Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. This has 3 different highlights and I love all of them, truly, but especially this natural, it's not even a champagne, it's just like this gorgeous pale skin tone kind of color. I don't know, it's so gorgeous. It's also really metallic but so smooth, like when you touch it, it comes off, I mean, just so smoothly on your skin, and it doesn't have any like glitter or shimmer particles in it. It's just this smooth, sheeny powder. I think this is incredible formula. It feels high-end, even though it's a drugstore product. All right, all that is left I want to talk about would be lip products. Let's start with tinted lip balms. This is the best formula I have found. These are the Tarte like Sea Quench 2 lip rescue balms. I have the shade Berry and Cherry, which are really bright, scary looking shades in the tubes, like this deep berry purple and this like bright hot pinky red. But they are truly a tint to the lips. Some tinted products I've tried and it's like, you're just a lipstick that's moisturizing, which is great, but that's not what you are. These are sheer. They are shiny, they build up on the lips, but it is like this clear tint of color. It's not like a full pigment on your lips. It's a wash of whatever shade. These are like the 2 deepest, brightest ones. I love them. This one is a really recent purchase, but I haven't been able to stop using it. This is the Milk Kush Lip Balm. Mine is in the shade Canatonic, and for me this is a really natural everyday pink. This is like a really easy, you know, throw in your purse everyday lip color, and it has like a slight mintiness, but it doesn't cause any like severe tingling or burning, God forbid, to your skin. Next we have the Kaja, what are you called? Heart Melter Lip Gloss Stick. This is in the shade 07 Let's Chill. It is this cool, like pale baby pink shade, but not like bubblegum or Barbie. It's really nice and natural. It's also shaped like a heart. I would say this actually isn't as shiny on the lips, even though it's a lip gloss stick, as the Tarte lip balms, but it's still really nice and shiny while still being like more of a stick balm formula. I love this shade. It's so beautiful and unique. It is pigmented though. It's not like a sheer color. Similarly, we have the Glossier Play Vanillic Lip in the shade Pony, which is a more natural, like nudie brownish kind of shade. This is a little bit more sheer than the Kaja one, and it is like a sponge tip applicator, so it's almost more of a gloss than a balm, but it is very thin. It doesn't have like a gloopy sticky feeling at all. I love this shade Pony for every day. The next one is the ColourPop Just a Tint Lip Crayon. This is in the shade Gimme S'more, which is a bit of like a peachy pinky brown. A lip crayon is just so easy to throw on. This formula is so easy to just throw on. It's the best everyday lip product. It's so affordable. It comes in so many shades, and again, it's like got this gorgeous texture. I mean, I love these sort of like lip balm type products. Again, this is also fully pigmented. We have 1 lip gloss and 2 lipsticks to talk about. I won't talk too long about this, but this is the Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow lip gloss. I can't explain how incredible this texture is on the lips. It is gorgeous and very metallic, not too pigmented. It's kind of sheer, but still very shiny. This is the best lip gloss formula. I mean, it glides on so smoothly. Okay, lipsticks. This one is by Urban Decay. It's their Cream Vice lipstick formula. I have the shade Ravenswood, which is a beautiful, like almost a vintage pink. And the reason I love this lipstick is because it's essentially the perfect cream formula. It's pigmented, goes on smoothly, and it doesn't dry out your lips, but it still stays on. Next up is a newer-ish product. It's another Tarte one. This is their, what are you called? Color Splash lipstick. This packaging is like so cool. This like blue, acrylic-y faux marble effect. So beautiful. And this shade in particular is your perfect like mid-tone 90s brown. I think this would look great on every single skin tone. It's so versatile because it's a neutral, because it's just brown, but on me at least, it's a more statement nude because it is a lot deeper than my skin tone. That's it. Those are all the favorite, best beauty products I have tried this year. I'm sure I'll be trying more next year. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite like beauty products were that you discovered this year, and if you like any of the things that I have mentioned. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great rest of your 2020. I know it's been a bit of a rough year for everyone. Bye.